Doris Duke, the scandalous and shocking life of America's richest heiress. Heiress to a tobacco fortune, Doris Duke was a figure surrounded by wealth, privilege, and intense media attention throughout her life. Born into one of America's wealthiest families, Duke's life was marked by scandal, eccentricity, and intrigue. Often referred to as the richest girl in the world, her life was anything but ordinary, featuring romantic entanglements, mysterious deaths, and allegations of manipulation and betrayal. Here, we uncover some of the most scandalous and intriguing aspects of Doris Duke's life. Fact number 1. A lonely heiress, Doris Duke's early years and personal life. Born on November 22, 1912, Doris Duke's life was marked by wealth and isolation from a young age. When her father, the tobacco mogul James Buchanan Buck Duke, passed away in 1925, 12-year-old Doris inherited a staggering $100 million trust fund. This inheritance instantly made her the second wealthiest person in the world, a position she held as a child with no preparation for its responsibilities. The only person wealthier was John D. Rockefeller, who was then 86, a stark contrast to Doris's youth and inexperience. Despite her incredible wealth, Doris's childhood was marked by loneliness and a difficult relationship with her mother, Nanaline Holt Inman Duke, who assumed strict control over Doris and her fortune. This control fostered resentment in Doris, and rumors later surfaced that she deliberately cut her mother off financially as an act of revenge. As Doris grew older, she struggled to find companionship that was genuine rather than attracted to her wealth. She married twice, both times briefly, first to diplomat James H. R. Cromwell in 1935, and later to Porfirio Rubirosa, a Dominican diplomat and notorious playboy, in 1947. However, both relationships ended quickly, with Duke feeling that her partners valued her more for her fortune than for who she was. Her later life was marked by another complicated relationship when she attempted to adopt Chandi Heffner, a Hare Krishna devotee she believed to be the reincarnation of her deceased daughter from a past life. Their relationship eventually soured, leading to a bitter legal battle after Doris disinherited Heffner. Rumors also suggest that Doris Duke had a wartime romance with General George Patton. Although both were married, stories circulated after World War II, alleging that their affair was well known among close friends. If true, this relationship would have created a significant scandal, as both Patton and Duke were prominent figures of the time. Doris Duke's early years and personal relationships continued to shape her image as a reclusive, misunderstood, and complex heiress who could never quite escape the pressures and isolation of her inherited wealth. Number 2. Heiress and the violent death of Eduardo Tirella. In 1966, Eduardo Tirella, an interior designer and close friend, was tragically killed at Duke's Newport estate, Rough Point. Tirella was reportedly planning to end his professional relationship with Duke, possibly contributing to tension between them. During a car trip on Duke's estate, she allegedly hit him with her vehicle, pinning him against a gate, which resulted in his death. Duke claimed the accident was unintentional, but many speculated otherwise, hinting at possible motives tied to jealousy or control. Her wealth and connections were believed to have influenced the investigation, which ultimately ruled the death an accident. The incident left a lasting stain on her reputation, with rumors persisting about her involvement and true intentions. Number 3. Rumors of manipulation and influence over politicians. Known for her connections with influential politicians and socialites, Doris Duke allegedly leveraged her wealth and status to sway political decisions. Her interests in real estate and environmental conservation supposedly benefited from these relationships, with whispers of her ability to buy influence. Some believed Duke had the ear of significant figures in Washington, though details remained elusive. Her philanthropy and conservation, which often involved purchasing large tracts of land, raised questions about the extent to which she shaped policies to favor her personal ventures. Number 4. The adoption scandal with Chandi Heffner. In the early 1980s, Duke met Chandi Heffner, a Hare Krishna devotee and former belly dancer, whose resemblance to Duke's deceased daughter, Arden, deeply moved the heiress. Duke, who believed in reincarnation, saw Heffner as Arden's reincarnation. In 1988, Duke took the extraordinary step of legally adopting the 35-year-old Heffner, granting her the social and financial privileges of an heir. However, their relationship soured in the years that followed, and Duke disinherited Heffner, resulting in a sensational lawsuit. Heffner claimed that Duke had made her promises of substantial inheritance, alleging that Duke's abrupt decision to cut ties left her devastated and without financial support. The case was eventually settled out of court, but the drama captured media attention, showcasing Duke's eccentric beliefs and tumultuous relationships. This public fallout highlighted Duke's unpredictable nature, particularly her willingness to make life-altering decisions on impulse, and painted a vivid picture of a woman whose wealth and beliefs often collided in dramatic ways. Number 5. The mysterious disappearance of precious artworks. Doris Duke's love for art led her to amass an impressive collection, including works by Pablo Picasso and Augustus John. However, some pieces vanished over the years, sparking rumors of theft or secret sales. Some believe Duke herself may have orchestrated these disappearances for tax or insurance benefits, while others suspected the vulnerabilities of her sprawling estates made them targets for opportunistic theft. Despite attempts to recover or locate some of the lost artworks, questions about these mysterious losses remained unanswered. Number 6. Lavish lifestyle and extravagant spending habits. Duke's wealth allowed her a life of opulence, with properties across the U.S. in Hawaii, New Jersey, Rhode Island, and California. Known for her extravagant spending, she hosted elaborate parties and invested in exotic furnishings and rare artifacts. Despite her fortune, Duke occasionally faced financial strain due to her high expenses and frequent legal issues, leaving the public both shocked and fascinated by her spending habits. Number 7. Philanthropy and the dark side of generosity. Duke's philanthropic reach was vast, funding initiatives in the arts, conservation, and medical research. Yet, her philanthropy was occasionally marred by rumors that her donations were motivated more by ego than genuine altruism. Duke's abrupt decision-making often led her to abandon projects she initially funded, causing a mix of admiration and criticism in the charitable community. Some saw her generosity as a means of securing influence among the elite, further complicating her legacy. Number 8. Legal battles with family and staff. Duke's interactions with staff and family often became contentious, leading to a string of lawsuits. Known for hiring and firing on a whim, she faced accusations of mistreatment from former employees. Her niece, expected to inherit part of her estate, was embroiled in a prolonged dispute over the inheritance. These legal battles painted a picture of a woman whose relationships were marked by turbulence and mistrust, even among those closest to her. Number 9. The death and controversial will. Doris Duke's death on October 28, 1993, at age 80, opened another chapter of intrigue. Her final will named her butler, Bernard Lafferty, as executor of her $1.2 billion estate, a decision that shocked friends and family alike. Lafferty, who had reportedly become one of Duke's closest companions, was accused of mismanagement and excessive spending. Allegations surfaced that he manipulated Duke in her vulnerable final years to secure control over her estate. The ensuing legal battles dragged on for years, with family members and associates contesting Lafferty's appointment. His alleged spending on luxuries for himself using Duke's funds heightened tensions and exposed the complexities surrounding Duke's estate, fueling suspicion that her final years may have been marred by undue influence from those closest to her. Number 10. Eccentric beliefs and unusual friendships. Doris Duke's social circle included icons like Andy Warhol and Imelda Marcos, with her eccentric beliefs adding intrigue to her public image. Duke was fascinated by spiritualism and mysticism, believing in reincarnation and occasionally dabbling in the occult. Some claimed that she engaged in witchcraft to maintain influence over those around her, including her romantic partners and employees. While these rumors were never substantiated, they contributed to her reputation as an enigmatic, occasionally feared figure in high society.